Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer issue 2. This is from Titan Comics and Hard Case Crime. Story by Mickey Spillane and Max Allan Collins. Written by Max Allan Collins. Artwork by Marcelo Salazar and Marcio Freire. Lettering by Tom Williams. Consulting editor Charles Ardy. Designer Donna Ascom. Editor Tom Williams. Now this is part 2 of The Night I Died, and Mike Hammer's getting to know the lady that he rescued. She was, of course, a beautiful blonde that he met at the Zero Club, which is run by Carmen Rich. And it turns out this lady is Helen Venn. She is the accountant slash partner slash lover of Marty Wellman, who got bumped off by Carmen. Now, of course, a lot of this conversation happens in bed because he's Mike Hammer. Well, Hammer gets to his office and talks to his secretary, has the secretary take this lady to a motel so she'll be safe. Meanwhile, he gets a message from the bum, the captain, that he gave $1 to the night before, and he goes to where he's supposed to meet the captain. Turns out the guy got killed, and he wasn't just a nobody, he was actually a very decorated military guy, and Hammer had met him before, so it makes it a little personal. He had met him in the war, the guy had a Medal of Honor, lost his legs saving lives, very decorated officer, but nobody seems to care about a dead homeless guy. So Mike finds out through some sources where Carmen's gonna be. He finds out Carmen likes to get a massage, so he poses as a masseuse, goes in there, roughs him up a little bit, but the guy gives up some information. Apparently, this accountant lady really may have stolen $10 million, like was being said. She says the money doesn't exist, but Hammer's finding out from this guy that the money might be there, and there's a 10% finder's fee. So if he can find the $10 million, he'll get a cool mill out of it. Well, of course, one of the thugs comes in at the wrong time, and Hammer gets in a big fight with him, manages to beat him, but it's a pretty decent fight scene actually. Carmen says, look, you did this to yourself, that guy's as bad as you are. If he comes after you, I didn't send him, he was on his own. So Hammer heads out to the motel where his secretary is going to bandage him up. They're in the bathroom, getting some bandages around, and we see some gunmen out in a car, and that's where it leaves off. That's the end of issue 2. Overall, the art was definitely improved in this issue from last issue. The perspective shots were much better. A lot of flat angles though. The ones that are perspective shots are done really well overall. Definite improvement over last issue. The story is great. It's very well written. If you like noir stuff, you'll probably really want to check this out. I'm debating on reading any more Hard Case Crime though, because I've seen how their social media manager handles customers, and it's not very professional at all. It's very insulting and rude. So I don't know if I want to support a company that's gonna be rude to the fans like that. But then again, probably won't buy any comics if that were the case, because they're all pretty unprofessional these days. I mentioned it just so you could be aware that that's going on and that they're vulgar and abrasive toward fans, at least in my opinion. But this was a really solid issue. They're doing a great job with the quality. As far as the art, it is still amateur hour, but it's definitely improved over the previous issue. A little more time looks like it was put into it. The art's okay. It's very mediocre, but the story was great. I wish they would kind of be a little more polite to the fans, but that's what you get anymore in comics. That's just my opinion. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews, and we hope to see you on the next one.